Welcome back. This is an audiobook. Chapter 9, Misdirection. Now that you have a clear method to identify and correct misdirection, let's dive deeper. First, we'll take a hard look at the sneaky sales pitch leading most of us, many of us, to the wrong vehicle of life. And I want you to visualize a vehicle, any vehicle, your vehicle, vehicle of choice, doesn't matter. And you're preparing to go on a trip of a lifetime, the trip of your lifetime, to find everything that fulfills you, excites you, makes you happy and successful. Your car's loaded and packed. Problem being, all the stuff in the vehicle is the misdirection, the baggage from other people, stuff that does not ring true to your authentic self. So, bit by bit, we're going to go through and eliminate what does not serve you and replace it with stuff that does. Now, as the title of this book implies, it's to support you, to get you to the life you crave so you can live this life and enjoy this life. Yes, it's all about helping you create the life you crave, not the life your parents, your wife, husband, friends, or significant other, or for that matter, any living, breathing human thinks is right for you. When I say you, I mean your truth. And while those who care about you may think they know your truth, inner desire, and talents, it's only you who truly can reveal that. When it comes to the car you drive, we're going to get specific. The vehicle for your life and everything in it. You spend money to navigate and live the life you currently experience, so consider how to better apply that toward the life that you want. Ask yourself, what can I cut out in order to add what I want? What is unnecessary and what is necessary? Living the life you crave does not require a windfall of money. You can begin creating the life you crave using the means by which you currently live. Just as you make critical choices when buying a car, you also make choices regarding your life. I encourage you to be more mindful of those choices and understand they too are critical decisions, just like the gear you pack in your car for the trip of your lifetime. Choices can lead to compromise, and you remember what we covered regarding compromise in the first chapter, right? Good. It's helpful to remind yourself. And once again, I repeat, you were born as is and fully equipped to live the life you're meant to enjoy. And when you do, you'll be happy and successful. Others who don't think your choices are right for you are no doubt stuck in the cycle of societal pressure, complacency, and keeping up with the Joneses. But you'll be at peace. You'll be happy and successful. Others who live their truth will identify with you and be happy for you. Making the shift. Just how do you make the shift? When not living your truth, you may do something that ticks all the boxes. Stuff that's thought to be an accomplishment. It's only natural for those who care about you to boast your morale, regardless of what you do. They'll support you. They may know deep down that your current career is wrong for you, but still, they back you. That's what caring, loving people do. But it's important for you not to confuse their support for expectations. Those who truly care about you will love and support your efforts regardless of what you choose to do, especially if you quit a job you hate for one that you love, or keep the job you're not happy with while you work toward finding the thing that makes you tick. They'll be happy you're following the desire to explore and do what you're meant for and truly love. Many tell me their spouses Or family members wouldn't react well if they were to give up their good paying job with all of its benefits. Fear and doubt can cause us to overanalyze our situation until we believe things that are not true. Share your desire for change with your significant other. They'll be impressed and supportive when doing what you love. When living your truth, those who love you will not only support you, they'll be your biggest fans. You may still be thinking, but I don't know my truth. And I get that. I certainly do. I understand it can be hard to know without a doubt, but you do. It's merely been buried by misguided and sometimes good intentions of others. Do the exercises in this book. The contents serve to unlock your truth, build confidence, and empower you to make it happen. You have 9 more exercises to support you in the upcoming chapters. Regardless of how successful and happy we become, there will be moments when it's good to reflect on all we did to get here. What really worked. The stuff that works. This stuff. Remember, it took you all the years of your life to get off track. You can do this. And when you do, your victory is all the sweeter. Be kind to yourself. Don't judge. And allow your process to take its course naturally. We'll journey through the pivotal moments of life, identify the natural gifts and talents you were born with, why you lost sight of them, and how to get it all back so that you may live your truth and enjoy the life you know you're meant to enjoy. Yes, there's much more to discover, so let's just keep building. Just keep building the life you crave. Throughout this book, I talk a lot about childhood and misdirection. Don't think parents and teachers are solely to blame. They're not. I understand there are bad teachers and parents, and yet this section addresses the general struggles of all parents and teachers. Concerning the bad apples, use Gray Rock and your walking meditation to deal with them. That aside, parents and teachers are both under tremendous pressure. Bureaucrats and other powerful people who claim they know what's best dictate laws and testing guidelines with an agenda. This impacts the parents and teachers by undermining their best intentions and abilities. So, unless you're a parent or a teacher, you can't truly understand the difficulty of the responsibility, the pressure, and their true desire to do what's best for you. All too often, we make mistakes when attempting to position our children for the best life possible. This in no way excuses bad parents or teachers. However, it's important to understand such realities and how the constructs of society impact your life and that of those who cared for you throughout your childhood and education. Regardless of how supportive a parent can be, the world and the business of education can mess with a person's vision of themselves. College is not the fix to a happy and successful life. It's absolutely the wrong path for so many of us. I embrace self-education. Standard education offers standard results. Self-education allows you to tailor your education to fit the life you want, to join with your gifts and talents, bring you happiness and success. It's never too late for self-education. That's the beauty of it, and it's exactly what you're doing right now. Self-education is supplemental to your standard education. Self-education is more specific to your desires and allows you more flexibility and variety. You don't have to study a lot of stuff you don't want to know to get to what you do. Life is about niching down till you find your sweet spot. Let's face it, the options are vast. I'm in no way bashing a college education, merely pointing out one thing cannot be for everyone. Learning is a natural response to our environment. When you're where you want to be, where you should be, with who you're drawn to, you explore and learn what you crave more easily. That's how your natural gifts and talents can be uncovered. Success and misdirection. What is success? An elusive beast almost every human being on the planet longs to capture, but few truly grasp. That is, by societal standards. Again, what is it, and why does it seem so hard to achieve? If our natural abilities and talents weren't ignored, but instead nurtured and encouraged, success wouldn't be such an elusive beast. Now let me repeat that. Hear this. If your natural abilities and talents were not ignored, but instead nurtured and encouraged, success wouldn't be such an elusive beast. And that's exactly what I'm asking you to do now. Nurture and encourage your natural interests, because that is where you find your gifts and talents. When honest about what you want and what brings you joy, success is a given. It's when we chase after the definition of it by society standards that we tend to fail. It's not always easy to know what you want or who you want to be, given the misdirection you received during your influential youth and throughout your life up until now. I suggest you continue the exploration to reveal all the wonderful aspects of your authentic self. The pressure to doubt our natural desires starts early in life and sticks around unless, during our first afterlife, we identify and live our truth. More on this later. We do what we learn, and we learn by reacting and adapting to our life's experiences. So, change your experiences. Don't do things that make you unhappy. Don't go along and get along. Do what brings you joy. Do what sparks intrigue and interest, grabs hold of you and won't let go. Regardless of where you are now, your age, relationships, or the children you have, you can work toward your dream, all while maintaining your current life. Except for your free time. You'll be taking that back. As mentioned before, you too will be doing a juggling act between the job you have and the career and life you want. You must learn to say no to mindless tasks eating away at your valuable time. Now is the time to begin using your free time to create the life you want instead of living a life you don't want. I hear what you're thinking. What free time? Now come on, we adults give away almost all our free time, and now we must take it back. Take yours back. Once you begin to better utilize your time, you'll come to know how much time you actually have and the amazing things you can achieve. It's an accumulation of small accomplishments that create something big, that create the life you crave. So take those chunks of time and achieve those small accomplishments. Spend your free time discovering and nurturing your talent, the thing you love. Eventually, your dream will step into the lead role of your life. Excuse me, let me repeat that. Eventually, your dream will step into the lead role of your life. Your parents and your childhood are important because the two impact your here and now. We'll address both to learn how they may have led you astray from your truth. While this can be a challenge for anyone with uninvolved, authoritative, or overindulgent parents now or in the past, there comes a time when each of us has the opportunity to look forward and live life on our own terms. The first opportunity to do so occurs at the time of your first afterlife, the moment you're of legal age. This is a scary time for most of us. Up until this milestone, almost every major decision and need has been made for and provided to you. As you read further, these fears will be addressed. The majority of parents do their best to prepare you for adulthood. When unintentionally or intentionally led away from your inner desires and natural talents, your instincts waver. Survival instincts attempt to protect and nurture the abilities and talents you were born with, causing the desire to fight for what you crave, to resuscitate it. The problem being, this instinct is rusty. Hearing you cannot do, be, or attempt what you desire to your core early on in life hurts and can send these desires, hopes, and dreams into a deep, deep slumber, a coma, if you will. This and other instincts can be revived. It merely requires a bit of attention. The tools outlined in this book are meant to help awaken your instincts, gifts, and talents. Wake you from the coma. Talent is born of and nurtured with joy. When you find pleasure in something, you perfect it merely by doing it with a glad heart. When something is right, you'll feel it. When it comes to people, this can be tricky to figure out. It's hard to know their true feelings or intentions, so this rule applies only to you and your actual desires and feelings. Keep naysayers out of the equation. Don't base your life's direction on other people's opinions. Listening to others who think they know you better than you know yourself can be a powerful disruptor. Believe in yourself, and your true self will surface and guide you along the right path. Now let's be real. You can't enjoy true success without happiness. So don't be an imposter. Imposters tend to go for the big societal trophies, and when unhappy afterward, lie about it, making everything out to be fantastic. Often they pressure their friends to do the same. Go for that brass ring. Misery loves company. More people do this than I care to think about. You know it's true, so stop the madness. Do not participate. Drop the need to know what others think. They'll think you're amazing when being yourself, living your truth, and happy with both. There are few things more impressive or highly sought after other than authenticity. An authentic person living their truth is mesmerizing. You are authentic when being true to who you are and pursuing your earnest dreams and desires. Be aware of old knee-jerk reactions that become habitual. Self-doubt hides in the shadows and can rear its ugly head at any given moment. Before you know it, you'll be seeking advice and or the validation from the very people who first led you astray. And still, the confusion and uncertainty will grow after receiving more uncomfortable notions from those advising you. Although, when it comes to yourself, trust your instincts above all others. The advice others offer is merely their opinions. They are more clueless than you could ever be. I once heard someone say, other people's opinions are none of my business, and that is good advice. Plus, some people get an ego boost when you come to them for help. Attempting to follow such advice fosters the belief that you're just not good enough nor capable of knowing your truth or living your dream. This is not true. Deep down, you know what's best. Success is not best measured by the amount of money in your bank account, your job, the home you live in, or the car you drive. True success occurs when you're happy with how you live, regardless of what society thinks. Keeping up with the Joneses is the path to becoming an imposter who struggles to experience authentic happiness. Imposters are not happy. Ask yourself this: what's more important to you? Do you want a big house, a tiny house, an apartment, or none of it? The only thing that matters and equals success and happiness is when you walk through the door to your safe place and feel glad to be back, comforted and nurtured simply by the atmosphere. This is a place where you're free to bask in the bliss of your truth. When returning to your safe place, you can let your hair down, totally be yourself, and feel intoxicated by the peace and comfort of your surroundings, your home. The feeling you get when at such a place is the feeling you'll experience when walking out the door, stepping into the world, and living your truth. You'll no longer feel like a fish out of water and eager to return home after a long day of being someone you're not and doing something wrong for you. When living your truth, your best life is everywhere and anywhere you go. Once having this aha moment, you can redirect your life back to the path that feels right and good for you. Stay on your path. Learn to spot distractions and reject distractions. That's not you. Just keep building the life you crave. And until next time, have a beautiful, wonderful day.